Theme song. You know it's time to hop back into Space Haven when you have an idea, when you have a design idea of something you want to do. Now, here's the thing. In the comments, some of you were like, oh, the lungs are okay, but others were like, meh. And a shout out to Andrew Hallard, who left a comment saying that the lung sketch looks like your last ship. And he also likes the long hallways, so that's good. So we're definitely going to keep the hallways. But I mean, that was always going to happen. It doesn't matter what you guys say, I'm keeping the hallways. However, he's not wrong. Creating these like side pieces is definitely something from the old ship, and that inspired me to not do it. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm playing a lot of Stellaris right now and really enjoying that game. I don't know if it would make for like content necessarily, but maybe. And I'm just gonna do this really quick here. I think like what I've liked seeing is like ships that kind of like have a bit of a breakup to them. Something like this even. Do you know what I mean? Like it gets a little bit like maybe this one comes over here a little bit. No, maybe this one's a little wider and this one's a little like less wide. Okay, and then I just like ships that don't look super symmetrical, that look a little bit like this. Now I know what you guys are gonna say. Oh, it's the SCS dinner fork, and I can hear you say that, and I can hear my feelings being hurt immediately as soon as you say that. So leave that in the comments if you really want to hurt my feelings. But like something like this, maybe not exactly this, but this could be a direction that we head with our ship. Something like this still gets a lot of use out of the space. Yeah, there we are, the Space Haven. Maybe if I move those over a little bit. So something like that is like definitely a different look. Now, it looks a little dorky right off the bat, but maybe what we could do is break it up a little bit. So it's like, what if we like this, and then these two here, and then these three here to give it a bit of shape to it, and then maybe we do the same thing on this side. So there's still a little chunk of 2. Now this is only 3 deep. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could actually further erase. Oops. We could further erase the sketch here. Oops. Let's add that back in. I feel like that's a lot of solid content. Is like me going, we could do this. Oops. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops though. Oh no, I did another whoops. All right, let's add that back in. I don't like that. So I like something like this, and then maybe we can add this back in over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I'm not mistaken, I think a solar panel is 3. So this could all be solar panels like down here, and then we could have, yeah, so it's like a single chamber. You walk in here, it's all air sealed, like with an airlock door right here. And then you walk, or a spacesuit door, whatever it's called. So you walk in, there's no air in here, but it's all solar panels. The same thing over here. Like maybe we have this come out here a little bit. And what are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I think that you need, I think it needs to be 4. Oh no! No, erase sketch. Oh no, don't build a piece of hull right there. Remove hull, okay, whew. That would have sucked. Okay, so erase sketch, this button, there we go. And then you build it by taking out these 3 pieces. So something like that. So already, this is looking kind of cool. I'll be honest. Some of you are like, no, it's not. But hey, I think it's interesting and it looks new. It looks like something that's a little different. And it looks kind of spiky at the end, which I like. This area got a little bungled. So maybe we can sketch it back out a little bit here and just kind of make that a bit more... Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, so maybe, and then maybe we just need to do the same here. So maybe we need to erase those pieces there. There we are. So I'm not sure how many solar panels we can get in here. Maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 here. Maybe another 3 here could be good. So it could be all solar panels down here. And then this, I was thinking, could be like a prison. Right? The prisoners could be right up front. We have our command center like right here, housing and food like in this area here, and then this is all manufacturing and shuttle bays and stuff down here. So there's a lot of options for this. And this design, I think, it just reminds me of Stellaris a little bit because like the ships have spiky bits. They have a lot of spiky bits. Another thing we could do is go symmetrical with it. The reason I like the idea of this, though, is because if you look at the outside shape, things are a little more blocky, right? So you can end up having a ship shape that you really like just by like changing this a little bit. Just by like altering the shape here by adding little indents, you get like a much cooler looking ship shape, and you actually get to keep most of the design on the inside of your ship. So we could do something like this is kind of my initial idea. Now, what we could consider doing is, because how far in are we? This is kind of fairly symmetrical. So what if this went forward like this here, 3. Okay, and then we, hang on, let me just like match it up here. And then what if this was rounder? What if this was rounder? So it goes like, da, da, da. Oops. Hang on, let's fill in the sketch. And I want to end it here. So it's like here, up 1, down 1, down 1, down 1. Okay. Then we snip out this chunk here. So this is another option. All right, this is another option that creates a sort of a look, a more symmetrical look, which I do know we all love. We all love a good symmetrical look here. So this is another option. Although, weirdly, it sure doesn't look symmetrical. I'll say that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure it is. No, it's definitely not up here. I screwed up here. Why did I screw up? How is that even possible that I screwed up? There, how about that? There we go. So that's nice and even now. And then on this side, we could do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3. That might be a bit much, but we can do the same thing here. All right, so I have now shown you a couple of different options for the ship. This one, I don't know, maybe this one's the best. This one's pretty good. It still offers full solar panel arrays here, which I think will look cool. This whole area is probably a pretty good prison. Or we could even make it a, you know what's something that I was thinking too? You could like make a prison, lock the doors, and you could also put a way to drop prisoners off. So, that, you know, again, this is not necessarily something that the game needs you to do, but like, let's hold down V here. So if we retooled this a little bit, we could have a airlock right here in front of the ship. And that would be kind of cool, seeing shuttles having to come down here, like dun, 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 dun. I don't know the song that I was trying to sing. Something like that. And then they dock here, unload prisoners into the prison ship. Could you also imagine if this was like a little market or something, like little stalls right here with people trying to sell you things, and you have to like walk through it? I love Space Haven. That's not even a thing that Space Haven has, but I'm just like, oh, maybe one day they will. So anyway, this would also, if you put an airlock here and this was your prison, you could lock the door and then space it. If the prisoners were trying to revolt, you just, boom, drain all the air right out of their prison. Right out of their prison. I'm like 36, and I'm still, and my voice is still popping. What is going on with the logistics over here? Oh my goodness. But mostly biomatter. Okay. So we are getting on top of the logistics. As you can see, there's still a lot of stuff hanging on outside. So what I do need to do is I want to create like a dedicated airlock zone, which is unfortunately going to mean that I probably need to move all of this crap again. But I was thinking the airlock could be here and then just like a room full of storage. Then you have your manufacturing and stuff here, so I have to move all this crap, or at least have to move my power generation. And then that also means, oh, a little bit of freezing, that's fine. That also means I need to move all this stuff forward again, which means another move for this. One of my regular watchers, Hein Bagaluth, has also commented that winning over these 2 remaining prisoners is going to be vital for my survival. Their chance to convert has gone up a little bit because I have gotten this kitchen going. So they now have a nice kitchen. They've got a toilet. Unfortunately, that does lower the comfort rating here. So we're comfortably in the negatives over here. But what if I moved this bed and turned it on its side. So that might keep the bed totally in this comfort rating. So while they sleep, their comfort will go up. I could also move this table over here and just make sure that they're sitting in comfort too when they sit down to eat. The other thing I could do is just move the toilet. We could move the toilet. I wonder if we can move it anywhere just like right here. I don't want them going, you know, too far. But if I move the toilet right out here, the comfort rating will go up, which would hopefully increase their ability to be recruited. The toilet is the only thing. Yeah, the toilet's the only thing in the way of their comfort right now. So if I move that toilet here, it looks like they can still get around. And then I'll go into my permissions. And this is a bit, you know, it's not great to be like, okay, you guys can come out here and use the toilet. Right near a hull stabilizer and a hyperdrive. So it's like, all right, prisoners, you're allowed to... Here, you go to the bathroom right next to the engines and the thing that keeps the ship together, but don't touch anything. I don't want you sabotaging stuff, but here's everything that would be that you should sabotage. I mean, I think really what we need to do is move the prison. Maybe that's today's episode. So we're going to keep building out this hull. We're going to keep mining this stuff, this ice here, and I think we're just about done transferring all our booty off of that ship. We also have infra scrap being done and hull scrap. I'm going to add a hull scrap task so we can get a few more hull blocks and keep our ever-expanding expansion going on. Now, I'm also going to have some comfort problems, aren't I? Yeah, because they're near the Hod Pangers. So just for now, just until we get a chance to design some more, and I want to keep my comfort rating up, I'm just going to, like, cap off this wall and have them... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, it'll be hard to get there, but that's fine. So that's just going to keep the comfort up while we kind of redesign what our like plan is. Edit, permission, style, permissions, hull. There we go. So we're getting another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, and we are getting. If we go with this design, which I kind of think we are, maybe what we need to do is actually just expand all to here this episode. So that means we can get most of this into its final sort of shape. We could build an area that is going to be our command deck or something like that, or something that we can, you know, do later. Job error. Oh, they can't get there, right? Because this is full. That's okay. We're going to be able to get through to here. So I'm going to have to move this at some point. Crap. Select all and empty. So we got to empty that, which is unfortunate. It looks like airlock is blocked. That's fine. How much storage do we have in here? 247, so that's just about full. That's pretty much full. That is full, and this has 20 left. Okay, so we need to build more storage ASAP. Now I've got another 800 mass until I need another engine, which will fit right there, we've decided. I think it's still... I don't know if I have to move anything over. Is that symmetrical? I think it is. That's symmetrical. I love it. Okay, so we got to leave that option open. So I think what we need to do, is expand out into this space and move stuff as soon as possible. And maybe we put the shuttle bay. I don't know where to put the shuttle bay. The shuttle bay just works so well here. However, it's quite clear that we are out of storage space. So maybe the shuttle bay moves here, and then food. Okay, so then manufacturing area is... I mean, we need to move all this stuff. The research thing needs to move, so that we can expand our manufacturing situation. And then that is going to give us an ample storage hold down here with manufacturing right here. Okay, so I think this is going to work. And then we could also probably put this stuff back in there. So I think what we need to do is maybe think about where the command deck is going to go, and then in turn think about where we're putting our people. Where are people going to sleep? Then... that creates a bunch of space. We can start moving stuff around, and we open up space. Ugh, a lot to do, a lot to get done, so let's dive in.
Hi, everybody. If we were to do some kind of special Christmas episodes, what should they be? Tell us. We literally need your ideas. Thanks.
Well, while you think about Mrs. Solid's request, it looks like our I was going to say our prayers have been answered, but we weren't really praying for more things to come to this sector. But man, does it ever save on hyperfuel when your enemies show up to take you on. I think maybe, I'm wondering if like these ships, what does it say? Unfinished salvage transfer jobs, which is what? Oh, just hull block. Anyway, I'm wondering if like, no, because these are just derelict vessels, so they don't have, they didn't necessarily have, like a beacon going or anything. So I don't know what drew these slavers here. Hopefully the promise of resources, which is too late. I've already mined from them. So now we have nothing left to do but get ready for another attack. Thank you now that we have Cassia ready to join on board, although she does have... oh no, her accuracy is good. Who was the one I was looking at? Maybe it's Craig, 50%, and Babyface, who has 64. Oh, actually, interestingly, as he becomes more recruitable, I think his accuracy has been going up. So that makes Craig and Babyface likely candidates to bring them on board. I mean, weapon 0, but he can still use the weapon. So that does bring, raise, once we get them on board, that does raise our capacity for more shooters. So maybe we're going to bring, I don't know if we're going to get them recruited in time. And that is something that one of our regular commenters, Ninetails, often says on the channel, and she said on the last video, she has no problems I think it's a she, has no problems recruiting pirates, even with them only eating algae, though I put a jukebox in for added comfort. So maybe I should put a jukebox in here for extra comfort. And then I could just go back to algae and use up some water to feed them and not have to worry about food. And kind of flexing on me, saying I go ahead and start recruiting them ASAP, not one at a time, or waiting for the chance to go up, which sounds like you are doing. Okay, all right, Ninetails. But I think, here's what I thought. I thought if I was trying to recruit all of my prisoners at once, that creates like a lot of tasks, and already we are fairly logistically overwhelmed. So my fear there is that we just won't have enough room, like we won't have enough capacity to try and win these people over, and then it would just get deprioritized, or it would take up vital time to like make some more hyper fuel or whatever. At any rate, I'm also concerned that their chance to rebel is quite a lot higher, so they will punch your people. They'll punch them and injure your people a little bit if they try to recruit them and it doesn't go well, or they get a bad roll. So anyway, those are my concerns there, but obviously you are not having the same problems I was having, so good for you. All right, so we have these rooms almost sealed off, which will give us our comfort back, but already it's like, it's kind of time to start thinking about, like, how are we going to prepare for that? I think we need to like, activate this sketch here. I just think we need to, like, pull the ship, forward a bit and just keep working on this. This is going to be another 9.3 hull, and I don't have enough, but at least, even if we just get started on it, at least, that's going to start building the ship into the final shape that I want to see. So this is the whole final front structure of it. So once this is done, this is all the space we have, and then these pieces allow us to optimize, but that's about it. That is about it. So can we get in some, I don't know, full engineering bay? I don't know maybe if it'll be full or not, but we can at least try. We can try a few things here and try to make ourselves set up for success. Meanwhile, we have 3 hours until the Slavers Guild gets here, so let's make sure that we have, I think I asked for, yeah, so the energy cells have been brought here. This is essentially our armory thing here. Let's make sure that Team 2, they all have weapons. So we have a lot of shotguns and 1 assault rifle, and then Captain Annie, of course, also has her shotgun. So we're mainly a shotgun, maybe like a close quarters crew. I still think the shotgun might be the most powerful weapon in the game, or the most useful as far as like clearing large rooms, which we are certainly about to do with the incoming Slavers Guild, because I don't know if I want to like spend the time with my 1 gun trying to shoot them down, but we're definitely going to get ready to fight. The mining is done in this area with our last hangar pod. They have come in, so we get our turrets on red alert. And I could have done that a little faster, actually. We're a little bit slow on the draw there. And here they are. This looks like they might have Oh, how fast is time going? There we go. They might have... Okay, they've got shields and 1 gun. So, again, we have 3 shuttle... three hull stabilizers. So I think we're going to last for quite a while. We can take a lot of hits before we board them. However, this might be the moment to board them. The only issue being that Frank was using the panel. So if I draft Captain Annie and I draft Frank, hopefully that puts somebody else on there. Let's get Captain Annie in her own shuttle. And let's, hopefully, Owen is headed to go and continue returning fire. Our hull is not doing well. I'll be honest, the hull's not doing great. Owen, get to work. We definitely need a better command zone. This is really probably the worst on any ship I've ever seen. I say of my own ship. But that's because we are all about boarding them. That's what we're getting up to today. So let's head over and dock this there. And we're going to cheese a little bit. I think if we... hang on, let's... no, wait, cancel. Let's bring the shuttle over there. I think we're going to cheese a little bit. Wait, do I have to... I haven't even told them to start firing, have I? Start firing on the... right on their gun. All right. So the firing has begun. The firing has begun. We have begun returning fire. Yes, I am the worst tactician you've ever seen, except for my boarding parties. I think I have pretty good luck with my boarding parties. I've only had a few. Proposes to hold fire until negotiations are established. Oh, this is tricky now because I could surrender. No, we're going to decline because this keeps them in the fight for a bit. I think they know they're not going to win the fight, and they could probably beat us, though. They could probably... We don't have shields, so they have a lot of hull to wear through, but they probably could before we could wear through theirs. However, it's boarding time. Although at some point, they're probably going to do the same to us. So do I have a defensive team ready to go? I have Aura. Aura's got an assault rifle. Owen has nothing. And those are the only 2 left. Oh, boy. Oops. Are you still firing? What did I hit? Never mind. Never mind, because it's not about that now. Now it's about time that we board them. All right. And so the first round of boarding begins. We no, decline, of course. And then we're going to dock Captain Annie's shuttle as well. I don't see their engines powering up. They are still firing on me, but that's okay because that means... Yeah, we've got plenty of hull. So that means that they are going to likely... be at least some of their people are currently using their command area. So we've probably got somebody on engines, somebody on shields, and somebody on the turret, obviously. Maybe there's nobody on engines. If this thing starts spinning up, we're gonna have to get out of here fast. Oh, whoops. Okay, we undocked the shuttle, and we're gonna move Captain Annie carefully and see what we can find here. Crack open that door, Annie. See who's there. All right, we got to be careful because we don't want Annie to get any like critical hits on her, but I definitely want to drag people back towards the entrance where I have people waiting to take on the slavers. Decline again. Okay, keep watching those engines. Where is everybody? Oh, get out of there. Phew. All right, now she's going to get back on this shuttle, which will allow her to get back on this deadly stack of shooters. Oh, man, I tell you, it is a bit cheesy to do. It's a bit cheesy. Enola was never going to give up. Okay, we are launching Tony. So let's send Captain Annie back on here. All right, let's send her back really quickly here. Dock. Oh, yeah, probably dock back at home. All right, we're going to send Captain Annie back because at some point they may have a problem to deal with. Team 2 has taken down another person. And I believe we've taken their ship. Man, that was quick. I gotta say, that was quick. How many crew do they have? They don't have a lot of crew. Take crew as prisoners. So we have 1. We have Roni. And we'll see in a bit what Roni's skills are. Right now, Roni... here, Team 2, move over here. Actually, Team 2, get and start exploring. Roni has... What's going on here? Where are you going, Roni? He's going to get some oxygen or something. Oh, we should probably stop firing. Stop firing. Weapons down, everybody. Weapons down. Where did Roni go? All right, well, he's our prisoner. At any rate, we've got a prisoner here. Cassia, go search over here. You go search over here. Frank, head on down here. And Persephone, go and explore those reaches there. Now, we do have one shuttle headed over... What's Tony doing? Their plan was to go aboard this derelict vessel and probably start, like, mining it for stuff, I guess. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. Well, if you want to do that, I suppose, we'll just keep taking the rest of your ship over, I guess? If you want us to. All right, so Roni has been injured. That's why he's on the medical table. Okay, that's fine. I want to select Roni here and take a look at Roni Lenuvio. Operations 3, navigation 1, 2, 0 weapons again. Why does everybody have such low weapons? Mining and botany, so he's kind of useful. He'll be good to have around. We'll keep Roni around for at least a little bit. Let's begin. Let's take a look at what we get. Right off the bat, a really good haul. The I was about to be like, wait, that's our ship. The SGS Mistral has left us a pretty decent haul. They had a very small crew on board. That is a shame. That's a real shame, but thank you very much for all of your loot. In a desperate bid to save their ship, it looks like Tony is going to be our next prisoner. Tony Hensley is headed back to his ship. I'm not sure what the plan is. Hopefully he's going to try to or he thinks he's going to try to retake it. All I know is that at some point, he's probably going to dock here or he's going to dock here. So I'm going to draft everybody again. We still have the whole crew over here still. So let's bring everybody and get them ready to receive Tony and see what Tony's plan is here. It looks like Tony is going straight for this area here. Cassia, be careful. You're about to take a fistful of bullets. A fistful of bullets? Is that an expression? I don't know, but at any rate, Tony has a welcome surprise for him. Hi, Tony. How you doing? Okay, he gave up. He gave up. Good. All right, now let's talk to Tony because I think he tried to retake his ship just now. You won this one. We'll get you someday. No, you're going to join us is what's going to happen, Tony. Tony, it's not about you're going to get us. It's not about winning or losing, all right? You're just going to join us. That's just what's happening, all right, Tony? Just, you know what I mean? Just get over it. Welcome your new life, Tony. Let's see what Tony's deal is. Oh, I did have Tony selected. I'm an idiot. Tony, level 3 constructor, weapons 1, accuracy meh. Obviously, this number will go down, which I learned thanks to all of you who leave wonderful content comments. Botany. Okay, yeah, Tony's pretty useful. Tony is pretty useful. So let's get Tony to follow Frank here. Let's draft this shuttle. Okay. And let's get Roni and Tony on board our shuttle. Let's get those prisoners dealt with. Let's undraft these two so they can keep loading stuff. Make sure our prisoners get back to prison. All right, Persephone, you go on board now. Now, I wish there was a command. Maybe there is. I don't know if I missed it or something. There needs to be a command that's like, don't follow me, but just go get on the shuttle. Go back to the main ship, prisoner. You are now a prisoner. Go back to the main ship. You know what I mean? At any rate, these are going to be good. If we can feed them, these are going to be good people to have around. So let's just take the 2 prisoners, because at this point, they're going to know what to do. So we're going to dock. Let's just dock back at home and get that shuttle back home. It does have some water in its inventory, but that's okay. We will continue the transferring of all the stuff, and then maybe we'll salvage energy scrap, and we'll do hull scrap last, because it'll probably rip a hole right in the hull. And right now, having all this oxygen is not bad. It's kind of nice to have all this O2 that we can, like, work through. Although I definitely want whatever's in that energy scrap. Not a bad day. Not a bad haul so far here in the extremely abundant territory that we are currently exploring. We haven't even really gotten that far. My goodness, we haven't gotten very far. We have so many resources to claim here, so much to do, and a late game ship to design and think about. Aura hard at work trying desperately to save Tony. I don't know if it's going to work. We need medical supplies here. I'm just going to micro this a little bit because I do think Tony could be good. He has an open wound that is regressing. So we do need somebody to be doing that. Aura is a level 3. Wait. Oh, logistics. Okay, so we need to bring some medical supplies here. He has 8 hit points left. 13, 10. Okay, so he still is regressing, but he was starting to gain hit points as well. He's terrified. Oh, I wonder why he's terrified. That's sad. All right, all his wounds have been healed. He is no longer regressing. His recovery is boosted. Okay, I think we did it. I am wondering, I'm just, you know what? That's probably why he left. He was probably terrified, and that's why he took off in that shuttle instead of helping defend the ship. I totally understand that. As we can see here, there's blood, I assume from a fight that broke out, maybe? Or maybe Tony was in here bleeding to death. I'm not sure. Roni's doing okay. We'll keep an eye on Roni, and just like Ninetales advises us, I'm going to start recruiting Roni right away, even though the chance to convert is 0.4, Ninetales. I don't know what you're on about over here. We need to get that repaired, so let's get somebody on maintenance for that. And again, our logistics are overwhelmed. I am trying to get this emptied out to the point that I've even ejected some crap that we just can't deal with right now, so that we can keep working on this hallway. You know me, I like a good hallway, so I'm going to want to clean these up eventually, move things around, make them look a little nicer. But for right now, until we can move all this crap around, we've got a lot of work to do. Just in time for the new additions to my hull, the solar panel has been researched. I think it's time for power capacity node, or do we need to get our shields going on? We still have not researched shields. But the thing is, I don't know when or where I'm going to put them. I don't have any space for them yet. Even a water collector might be more useful right now. I just feel like we've been doing okay without the shields. And yes, we get a solar flare and it causes a fire that incapacitates the whole ship. But is it worth it? Occasionally to catch fire is probably better than needing to build a shields console and a shield generator. I don't know. Let's go power capacity node and research. No, okay, fine. We'll do shields console, because at this point, if I'm not researching a shields console, it's just I'm just doing memes at this point if I don't research it. So I think, yeah, we'll get that shields console. I think that's more important right now. The construction continues apace. The ship is starting to look quite nice. I'm quite happy with how we're looking. I need to go do some adventuring, though. I'm feeling stir crazy. We've been sitting here for too long. It's time to go get that ice and those, minerals and stuff like that. But to do that, I really do need to start creating sort of a storage, a container facility, which means I also need to move. And I think I have the resources where I can start doing a slow one-at-a-time move of my shuttle bay as well. So that's missing 3 hull blocks. Ah, crap. Uh-oh. How much hull do I have here? I've got how much hull scrap? 5. Uh-oh. All right, so moving these might not be the easiest thing since I've gone through all of my hull already. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button, T. Okay, so we'll get some hull scrap from here. Once we start salvaging it. Not sure, we haven't started yet. And there's no hull scrap left on either of these ships. So, yeah, so it's all up to this one to get me enough hull that I can at least start moving my shuttle bays. While we are busy working on the ship and picking the bones off of our defeat, we're also joined by the ACS Recon, the also content that is solid recon shuttle. It's a recon shuttle Brimfy. So hopefully they have some hull. Cross your fingers. Fingers crossing works. I told ya. So we're gonna grab a full, probably a full couple of pallets. I don't know what else we are needing right now. We'll trade a couple of guns away. I mean, that's a lot of assault rifles to trade away. And I think we have a lot of hyper fuel, so I don't feel too bad about trading some of that off. We could also trade off these steel... No, we'll keep the steel plates for making guns. But, we don't need this kind of stuff. We could probably trade away some base metals because we're not getting into heavy manufacturing just yet anyway. So we'll take a $400 loss on that. We'll set up another trade right away and grab 5 more of that hull. For another 1,000 doubloons. Well, that's a lot, but that's all right because that means 3 of these ought to do it and get us some of our money back from our last trade. And then we'll do one more trade to get that full block. I don't know if they've changed it or fixed it now, but yeah, if there's less than 10 available on a active trade, then the whole stack will disappear. I don't know if that's still true. Might be spewing lies. But last time I checked, it was true. So this is a lot of hyperfuel to get rid of. Maybe we'll do a couple of shotguns here, and now we're making profit again. I love it. Actually, let's claw back some of that hyperfuel. We don't need constant profit all the time. It's just nice. And now, just to make sure we are being safe, let's get some of this, you know, the basic necessities, but we don't have to go crazy. I don't want to lose all my cash. Maybe we'll get one of these, and then we'll finish it off with some water. And that's 2,000 doubloons, so we'll go ahead and try to make a bit of profit here as well. I don't want to sell too many of these. It's starting to get a little spicy. Oh, man, we have a lot of these, though. I could probably sell... How much is the hyperfuel down to now? 348, so that's still pretty useful. So let's sell some of those. That gets us into a little bit of profit. And let's just see if there's any garbage around that we can get rid of. We could probably sell off... We don't really need to sell that stuff off. Infra blocks. No. We like infra blocks. Maybe even just some... Yeah, let's probably sell this biomatter. That's not very many units of biomatter. In fact, why don't we set up another trade with them? Once these trades get going, let's set up another trade where we get rid of some of that biomatter because we need to do anything we can to clear up room in these shipping areas. Oh, this can move now. Perfect. So we're going to rotate that around for now and put it back into service. I know it's a bit far away, but it at least helps us to get some logistics cleared out. And then we can hopefully use the rest of that hull to finish the shape of the ship. The final piece of hull goes in on the initial shape of the SCS Indomitable, which I think is going to look really awesome once we build out this piece here. This might look a little flat. Like, I might even want to consider doing like a little bit something like this. Just going to bulbous it out a little bit. Just break it up. See, now that's looking pretty sweet. If I'm being honest with myself, that's looking pretty sweet. We've got our prison here. That's feeling good. Oh, yeah, this is good. The sketch cost, oh, it tells me here, 33 hull blocks left until we are good to go. But that's not what we're about right now. Because what we need to do now is build a new temporary prison, or we could actually keep this prison here for now. And this could even become like a refugee thing or something, because this is probably enough space for storage. I'd love to move the shuttle bay on this side here, I think. Then we can create a separate room or facility here just for the airlock. Or just like bring the wall here, move the airlock over, which is going to be a bit of a task. So we'll figure it out, but then that creates this whole room here for storage and airlock. We could have another airlock here, and if we turn that airlock off from allow trade, yeah, that could be good. We could turn that airlock just to not allow trade, but just for our own purposes or something, and then we could have... Because right now, only one airlock ship is a bit weird. Yeah, especially if we're getting into a late game ship, we probably want more airlocks or another airlock on the other side or something. I'm not sure. But also, we got to think about boarding areas. Maybe just 2 airlocks next to each other is good because we don't want to have a big area where people can board. But for right now, we got to start doing some design work. So, let's think ahead here. This is going to be likely, we're going to want this to be hallway, I think. So like if I fill this sketch in here. There we go. I don't know why that was doing that and not automatically. Okay, so we're going to want to put the wall like right here probably. So we can put like a jukebox and some stuff in here on the sides. And then they can have their kitchen and then like some bedding and then like a little room right here and then a toilet. A turlet. Then we can have a little turlet back there. So that's good. This is going to be a great little design for just our prison. Which is kind of weird, isn't it? But here's the thing. Like, where else would I put the prison? I don't want to put it anywhere where... Like, we just don't need them... This area is not going to be, you know, usable very easily. It's hard to get to, so we might as well stuff prisoners in it. So that means that leaves us with, this will probably be some wall here, so we need the hallway to be about there. All right, so that's kind of the back wall. That's as far as our wall can go. So we can even make a giant, what if, okay, let's just learn here. We're just learning. In fact, we're going to pause the game. We're just going to learn how much room we have to work with. Now, I wanted this to be, right, I wanted this to go out and be a 4 by sort of like corridor for supplies. I can't forget that I still want to make this like a useful corridor filled with things like hod pangers and oxygen generators and maybe even the odd sort of facility as well. So this could be maybe it needs to come in now off that. Maybe it's like maybe there's like a thin hallway. Another hallway here. You know how I feel about hallways. So this could connect right up to there, or it could actually come down a bit here. And then over, and then back up there. So then this area is just like, I don't know what this area is. This area is a little enclave where we can have something. We just need to put that there. All right. Can we just move? I just want to like, yeah, I just want to move it so I can envision what I'm looking at. So this is going to help. This is mainly not going to be the final design, but I think that this will be like, you know, just giving us the idea. All right. This is just the idea. So we do this, and then this one continues up like so. And then eventually it comes across here. So right now we're just going to delete these two. And probably this. Just so we can start building and start getting the idea, but not fully, you know, commit. We don't want to commit. We're committophobes still. So maybe what I think I should do is make this the growing area. This should be the new growing area, and then we can move all this crap. So we have 16 infra blocks to do that with. All right, so let's think about this. One thing that Jackson Lopez says and has commented in my videos on the past is that a good reason to use a 5-bay instead of a 2 or 3-bay, or the 3 or the 2-bay, whichever, is logistics. Now, that is a good argument because if you have people coming in here, they need to interact with each one of these. So there's one logistics point for 2 bays. But if we build the 5-bed, we get we can fit about the same amount of grow beds in the same space. However, there's only one logistics hatch for 5 beds as opposed to 1 for 2. Now, this one probably goes through water and fertilizer slower. So what I'm wondering is how often are those logistics... Why can't I stay... I want to like scroll that... Okay, I can't get in there, but... So this one grow bed here is probably going to need logistics, you know, input a lot more frequently than the 2-bay grow bed. So that's my only counter argument is that this thing it goes through the amount of water that 2 beds grow through. However, let's try the grow beds. This area it's cool. It looks cool. I don't like how messy it is, and I do think that if we keep this design the way it is, this is our grow area. Well, let's think about this because we do need a command module as well. So where would we put the command module if we keep doing this? We could have a command module here, because what does that look like? It's not as cool though. That's the only problem. So system, weapons console, V. Yeah, so we could do a row of things right here and to make our command module. Well, we could do 3 too. That's kind of cool. Like 1 here, like a little row. That would be kind of cool. So we need to figure out where we're going to put our command deck and where we're going to house everybody. I was hoping to build like nicer cabins for everybody, but right now it looks like, I don't know, maybe that's not going to be an option. Or do we see if we can't do grow bed for a big crew, but also the cantina right here. Then this area can be some beds and a command module. So that's kind of cool. We could have some, we could have some nice crew quarters here for like Captain Annie could have a captain's quarters and then a small dorm here. And then we could have, or maybe a bathroom here. And then we could have the dormitory right here where it currently is. Although I'd love to make it just a bit bigger. That would be nice. So what if we go in here and we move these walls down like so? So that has done the following. That's created a slightly smaller space, which allows us to expand this area here out by 1. So then that's going to give us a little bit more. We can move these beds over and we can get 1 more bunk in here. And then also if we do this right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 1, 2, 3. So if we take up just a bit more space, we can get a bit more room for our command module here. And I think that's going to be enough room for all my living and command functions on board the ship. Let's find out if this is a good enough area to support a grow operation. So it's not. Right off the bat, it's a hard no. So we need at least, what do we have here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we've got 20 beds in here. So we need to be able to surpass that. Although I will say food has no longer seems to be a problem. So I think we've balanced out our food production situation a little bit. So right now we have 10 in here. So yeah, it's not, this is quite large. And we don't need this much space either is the other thing. So if I want to get a nice big shuttle hangar situation in here, we can actually move. Yeah, we can move our command deck. So what gets us another set of grow beds? Like right there. What's going to get us? How much wall do we need here? Oops, move that over. So that's 10. So this other row here. Oh, okay, so we were close, actually. We were close. However, that's still only 20 in terms of food production, 20 food beds, which again, I'm not fully using here, so maybe this is enough food production for the current size of the crew. Although, I'm hoping the crew grows by 4, which is quite a big growth. So I think we need to future plan here. I wanted to have a bigger canteen though, so I could make a nice big space. Or even like divide it into 2, but that's kind of a waste of space, I think. That doesn't optimize your designs as well. If we go, how much for, yeah, see, that's not a lot of space, okay? And I'm still pretty devoted to having a hallway here. So that would do, let's say our wall here. Yeah, that is not a usable space. That space is not usable. All right. So the real question is, how can we continue having hallways and all this food production? So we need to move these walls back over. And in fact, we could maybe even get away with moving them all the way down, like, yeah, here. Because then that would allow us to, if we take this wall away and do a bit more design work here and future-proof our buildings. I also kind of wanted to make these, put them in airlock doors. I was thinking about it because then it just protects them from, it protects our food from fires, which seems like it might be a good idea. Especially if I'm not building shields anytime soon. All right, so if I put this food production in here, and we have the wall go right up to where it currently is, and then over, that gives me a bit more space here. So we can go here. All right, so this is going to be, if this is the new grow area, and this is our new massive kitchen area, which I do like. I do like that a lot. Pretty happy about that idea. Could we get anything else in here? We could almost do, oops. Okay, we could almost do another set of like little grow beds, almost. We would need one more space, although we can also do this, and then we can put in a CO2 producer, and we can put in some storage here, so we can put storage in like right here and here. We could then move this fella. Okay, we can't really, oh, we move it over like so. Now these two storages are causing a bit of problems. So what we could do though, however, what we could do is, maybe we even reorder these a little bit. I wonder if we do this, yeah, there could be room for them to go this way. Okay, good. Hear me out. This is coming along. All right. All right, then this leaves open quite an area here for another, oh, almost. So we could take up a bit of room. So here's what the question. Do we take up a bit of room to build another 5 grow beds here? Or do we, actually, yeah, we could. We could get another grow bed here and then put a storage. So let's move these walls one more over. All right. Now this is, I mean, I think it pays off. I think having massive grow areas, grow opportunities pays off. And maybe this should be the entrance to our canteen. Are you kidding me? Of course it should. We should probably have a few entrances, to be honest, in terms of making this an efficient design. So now we need to be able to do, yeah, we need to be able to build all this and power it, of course, right away, because it's going to start to cause problems for us. This shuttle hangar, yeah, so the shuttle hangars are correctly measured. If I get rid of all this stuff, I can get one more shuttle into there. Oh, so that would take out my hallway, though, wouldn't it? So this comes up here, which means it needs to go right there. So that's going to take out my hallway. Wait, what was my original design? Oh, I see. My original design was going to have 3 shuttles so long as they all fit in this space and then we used up that extra hallway. Okay, well, let's think about that. What can we do to re-earn my hallway but get 2? I want 3 shuttles. This is what I'm after. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I want 3 shuttles. So I can have 3 shuttles if I do away with this hallway concept down here. And I think you know how I feel about doing away with the hallway. I don't feel great about it, is what I'm saying. Now, they do overlap a little bit. So if we put one here, we can put the other one right there, which means the other one can go right to there. Yeah, so it still needs to do away with that hallway. Oh, but I don't want to. Or I need to move this way and get rid of the hodpangers. Oh, boy, I hope this is what you guys like watching. You like watching me freak out about this. I think if we move all this crap, that we'll then have room. We could put the hodpangers down here or something. We could get all this storage. I mean, the main thing to do is get these 2 shuttle bays at least out of the way. And then we can put a whole bunch of storage in here and start really cleaning up the area. So I think that's our main goal, is to get this done here. So we put food here. So we know this is going to be enough space for one more. And I'm actually going to flip them around just so that I can see the logistics. Because, I don't know, that looks kind of cool that way. Yeah, look at that. That's way better. Okay. Then storage, which will only be for food-based storage items. Right, maybe in the corner. Right in the corner like so. Let's think about this, because if we place that down, where can I place things like... I want to place the CO2 producer. And at some point, it'll be nice to get a water capturizer right in here, maybe. So we could put that there, or we could put it here. No, we can't put anything there, but we can put something right there. So that's where our water capturer can go, and we've got our CO2 producer that goes right there. And that is the ball game. That's Bob's your uncle right there. Now, do I want to consider sealing it off? Spacesuit locker. Now, here's the thing. No, hang on. Airlock. Spacesuit locker. Oh, it's in wall management. Okay, I mean, it should probably be. Anyway. So, can we do this? It's starting to eat into our, into that space. But we can do an airlock thing there. Bring this wall forward like so. Now, is this efficient? I don't know. We can debate that in the comments below. I want you to get after me about this sort of layout here. However, it does give us a couple of options for... let's move this wall. Okay, well, let's get rid of these walls here. It does give us a couple of options for in terms of like what we want to do with our design. So it does create this space here to be for food, and then this is like how we access it with maybe less efficiency, yes, but it does give us safety, and safety is quite important. Now, where are we going to put power, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you, I hadn't thought about that. So we need to put a power node like right here. A power node right here, or yeah, something like that. And then I think we're gonna have to go wall nodes all over this space to get it covered. So we'll put this power node there for now. We'll get all this built, and then this is gonna become our new kitchen. Now everybody can still get around until we seal it, so we don't have to worry about, yeah, we're not gonna seal it yet. But this is starting to look pretty darn good here. All we need to do now is make sure that this stays as our command block, and then once this is all built, we disassemble all this crap here, and then we can start making some real serious changes. So here we are. This is the design. Maybe. I certainly hope you like it. This is kind of what we're looking at. This is kind of our... so yeah, I mean, that's pretty nice. I hate to say, like, I know maybe it's not as efficient. You know, it's not as efficient, and maybe we need to put a door in here or something, but I gotta say, I kind of like it. Actually, we don't really need to put a door in here, because down this hallway, we're gonna have, eventually, the plan is, a prison, okay, fine, and various things that we maybe don't need. We could put guns, and then all solar panels here. So, like 2 guns maybe at the end. No, 2 guns here, and then solar panels, and then some storage right here for munitions. So, I mean, really, we don't really need access down that area. This is looking pretty good. We might want to put a door in here or something. I don't know. But so far, I am loving this design. We'll move the kitchen in here as soon as we get this area powered up into a way that we feel good about it. But that is the new shape our ship is going to take. And the walls begin to spring up around us. Well, kind of. Slowly springing. Babyface has joined our ranks. So, Babyface, let's take a look at what you're dealing with. You have no weapons, but 65% accuracy, so that's not bad. But you are also our botanist. I kind of want to maybe keep you as a botanist, so I'm thinking about making you similar to Aura, making you, let's just keep you, Babyface, as blue. Let's keep you as staff on board the ship, who maybe does gardening. Maybe you do, well, maybe we make you yellow or something then. Because blue, I think, is a quick way to identify doctors. I believe that was my plan. So Aura is, yeah, she's our doctor. So let's keep Aura, Blue, Owen, Lawson, Babyface. You guys are in charge of keeping this ship running. All right, the gaze of Merlin has entered the sector. That's always great. I'm sure we'll be able to trade something with these folks, or at least trade away some of our garbage. I just want to empty out the ship a little bit, so it's easier to work with. Now, we have some Energium that we could probably buy, which is probably pretty smart, so let's do that. We get plastic. We don't really need plastic. We could get the rest of these, I guess. We don't really need anything. We have 11 ice, and we have 61 water, so I'm not really worried about water. What's our carbon like? Carbon is fine. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. So I think we'll just grab the water here, just to, 1 water. There we go. Wasn't paying attention, but we'll round out the trade with that. And let's sell some stuff to make some profits. So we'll do these 2, and maybe, I want to sell, let's sell off these munitions. We're not really going to build a missile launcher just yet. I might do it just for fun, just to see what it does. But most of the places that we're going, like, we have our eyes set on attacking some space bases and stuff like that, and most of those places aren't going to let us fire on them anyway. What if I just give you a bunch of trash? Yeah, I'll take 100 credit loss for that. We'll trade off some trash, and we'll trade off some more trash, and one of these, and some more trash. Just making little dollars and cents here and there. It is a lot of logistics, though. That is like 10, separate pieces of logistics that now have to get done. So I probably shouldn't keep doing that. So we're just gonna do it again real quick. I'm addicted to little profits. In the meantime, we should probably also think about designing this area a little bit here. What do we want this to look like? Now, if I had moved this over 1 more, that might be more efficient, but I just kind of like it where it is right now. And I think we can like put some fun stuff next to it instead. So we'll put the kitchen over here. Food. We'll put our kitchen right here then. Oh yeah, we can't put anything there. I keep forgetting about that this weird footprint that this door has, which is fine. Like, I think the game kind of like, sort of punishes you a little bit for using it maybe. Like, it makes it harder to use it. We'll put 2 lights on either side just so like it looks kind of cool. And do we have power supply to that space? Yeah, it's more or less overlapped actually. There's a lot of power supply to the kitchen. And then let's get in like a nice section of tables or something here. Where can we put some tables? Right here. We could do tables right there. And we could do some more. We could do some. That's not that many tables. I almost want. Maybe we could do it like that. Yeah, let's move it down here. No, we can't really do it there or there. Oh, the size is just off. That's the problem. The size is just off. Oh, that's really annoying. So maybe that power node, we can't really move it anywhere. It needs to exist right there. Otherwise, I mean, we can move it over there. So we're going to have a little bit of a power gap if we do that, though. So we cancel. Let's move it. What does it do? Okay, so it creates a bit of a power gap. We might have to put in a floor node or something like that just to, like, fill in the missing link. But then if we do that, we can have... they can't get to it. Here, And then that door is in the way. Man, this is, I really wanted like a lot more space, I think. But not so much space that I'm going to, okay, wait, cancel that. Yeah, leave that there. Not so much space that I'm, you know, willing to do away with my hallways. All right? I refuse. So now let's put some chairs in here. So that's a table of 4 with some room around it. Or we add this extra one here, and it's a little less easy to get around. Or, hear me out, we do something like this, something crazy. Like this. You got 2 people sitting there. That's kind of fun. You walk in here, and I think that's all. Yeah, we can't really put anything in this space here. Maybe we could get, like, lights? Could you put lights right there? You can. Awesome. That's going to look cool. All right, so we're going to put 2 lights there. We've got these 2 people are allowed to, like, kind of join each other and eat there up against that wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eating spots. That's better than these 4. And then that means if we had 2 shifts of 6 people, like, that's a pretty big crew. How many do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so if we get all these prisoners over, that's a full crew complement that has a space to sit down, as long as I sleep them and put them on different shifts. Now, do we think there's a better design out there? I think maybe there is. But right now, what I am seeing is it fits. So where can we put this? We'll put this over here in the corner. We can put the jukebox, or we can put the, once we eventually get one, we can put the arcade there. So this is looking pretty good here. Let's just, let's move that, because we don't really need to worry about this guy just right now. Let's, nope, let's move it to right here. There we are, and then that is our eventual kitchen design. I feel like that's pretty cool. Maybe with these floors. There we are. So there's our kitchen coming into fruition. You know what I kind of want is I kind of want this carpet, but then these walls. There we are. There's our kitchen. So it's looking okay. It's coming along. It's definitely still tight quarters, but at least there's 2 different little sitting areas, so that's kind of nice. And maybe we could mess around with the shape of it. Like, I don't know. I wonder if it was like this way. Could you get more in there? We could also, honestly, we could just add another table. You know what? We could just add another table. Let's see what that looks like. It'll look a little more crowded, I think, is the problem. So if we did this here. And what am I in? Oh, it's all, that's why, furniture, table, there. Right, so that, it looks a little more crowded, but it's not bad. That's not terrible. They just have to, like, walk around here to get to a sitting spot, which is, like, less efficient. I don't mind it. I like the design of this. I like how that looks. I like that you go through here to get to the food. We'll have a big storage here just for the food. Oh, yeah, this is looking good. Now, I think these 3 beds are powered, and they're ready to go. 4 beds, I can count. So I think if we load these up with fruits and root vegetables, and now we have artificial meats and seeds. So I'm going to go 2 meats and 3 seeds, because they kind of provide protein together. So let's see if that's enough. I think that's kind of what we ended up doing down here, if I'm not mistaken. It was sort of half and half. Yeah, it looks like quite half and half-ish. So let's see. We'll get those 3 booted up. I'm gonna stop these and dismantle these and reclaim all of the infra blocks. Now I am doing this, and I know some of you are probably cringing watching this, going, "Solid, why do I even watch this guy?" And the reason you watch this guy is because he is an absolute blast to watch. Let's be honest. But the reason I'm stopping these is because we have a lot of food. We will reclaim the water and the fertilizer out of these. Ooh, maybe we'll let those finish. We'll let those finish just to get those, because they're just so close. We spent so much energy getting those done. But I really want to move on. I really want to start getting this area designed out so that I can carve this section out and get ourselves our nice, final-looking command station. Looking forward to that. I'm also thinking that pretty soon here, once we're done with this transfer, we need to get out of this sector. We've got 11 Energium left, and so, yeah, we're not doing amazing. So we can't dilly-dally. Oh my goodness. Speaking of dilly-dallying, I forgot to check the time, and I see that I've done another classic, solid content, long-running Space Haven episode. But honestly, like, I feel like I just live here now. I feel like I just live in Space Haven. Don't tell Mrs. Solid. This is my life now. So yes, we will have to complete some of this design work, but it was a lot of fun today to spend time kind of just like laying out this stuff and seeing where the future of the ship is going to go. I love this outer hallway section, even though it is wildly inefficient. So I'm gonna earn it though. I promise you, I will figure out how this works, how we earn it, how we get to keep this design, because there's just something that looks more ship-like about it. There's something that just feels more like, of course, your outer hull would be protected, then your inner walls would be more kind of like this, like a little bit of a submarine vibe or something like that. But I really love the way it's looking. I love the way it's coming along. We got some combat in today as well. A lot of stuff went down, and I am hoping that this ship becomes our late ship design here. And I'm hoping that we like where it's gone, so definitely leave a comment below. And also, we'll leave one of those classic still watching, you idiots, if you actually made it this far in the video, because my goodness, that's a while. This is a long haul. But that's what I do here. That's what I'm offering you. Chance to escape, watch some solid content, watch some Space Haven unfold, and in the next few episodes, I think it's time to start getting into some battles. I feel like we need to start becoming a scourge, you know, that seeks out enemies to take down. And also, I've got my heart set on the. I mean, look at this. We're already okay. Not to flex. 1, 2, 3. We're talking late game ship, and we're here. So I haven't done all of this, which means we're going to probably have another ship to design. We might as well at this point. And controlled by the Baron of the Frontier, a rich retired owner of a large space station. Okay, we got to go visit that. We probably got to like make war with this new faction and take them down. We obviously are going to defeat the pirates, and we are going to defeat the slavers before this, you know, quote-unquote season is out. We have a lot left to do, and already the SCS Indomitable is looking truly indomitable. So we'll see you all in the next episode of Solid Content Does Space Haven. Yeah, Captain Andy, build that light.